Dear Louis, whilst there is fear, upheaval, much suffering, and loss during this coronavirus pandemic, all of which I have full compassion for, I'm also feeling this is a wonderful opportunity with our enforced homestays to go within and love ourselves. Love God, love our guru, love each other. Could you please share your thoughts about this opportunity? Well, I mean, there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. Of course, it's beyond tragic, the number of people who've been harmed and have been killed by it, and it's really, really tragically sad. And the impact it's had on society and the world and business. It's heart-wrenching to watch people lose their homes and lose their businesses. And at the same time, there's that old expression that every cloud has a silver lining. There have been some beautiful changes that have happened. One of the things I've noticed is that people are rediscovering themselves, their families, their loved ones. Has been a growing disconnect, as I said in my COVID discourses that I put through social media a while back. And that a lot of that has really shifted tremendously. I mean, I see parents out with their children, walking, playing, sports, outings, picnics, like I haven't seen since I was a child. And I haven't seen it like this in 4 or 5 decades. And it's growing exponentially, and it's sustaining to a degree. I mean, now things are, at least where we live, things are starting to open up a little bit, but that connection has been reconnected. That former connection has been reconnected, and people in that discovery, people are gaining a deeper appreciation for the people who are near and dear to them, for their loved ones, for people who serve them, people who help them, people who are part of their team, whether it's at work or at home. That really is a beautiful thing. It's sad that something so tragic had to happen in order for that to happen, but God and the universe always use the least means necessary to achieve the highest good. That is a universal law or axiom. So if this is the least means to bring families back together and people to rediscover their bonds of love and communion and harmony, then that is an indicator of just how bad things had become, if this is the least means necessary to achieve that. But it is still very beautiful to see nonetheless, and to see people playing with their kids. Oh my gosh, it's really wonderful. A lot of people are spending a great deal more time at home, and all the things that entails: domestics, cooking, cleaning, gardening, beautifying their space, which also coincides with this being the year of beauty. Home renovations, my own included, have been skyrocketing because people, a lot of people, if not most people, have either slowed or stopped their travel altogether for a multitude of reasons, all stemming from the pandemic. And a lot of people are, that combined, not traveling, combined with being either forced to stay home or finding themselves more at home, have turned to beautifying their homes, which again creates more harmony and more love and more union and unity in the home space. So that's also a good thing. And there's also been a reaching out. I mean, there can always be more, but there has been a lot of people by choice and some by force, by necessity, but a lot of people helping each other, and that's always around, but that has increased by necessity. And it's amazing to see. And also another beautiful thing that's come of this is a deeper and deepening appreciation for what people have coined the term the frontline people, but people who serve other people as a way of life. Doctors and policemen and firemen and paramedics and food service people and waiters and servers and cooks and chefs and all the people, nurses, all the people who just are out there, no matter how bad it gets or no matter how dangerous, they're still there doing their jobs. And many of them lost their lives or got sick or damaged because of it. And they still did it out of their devotion, their selflessness. And what came from that was a tremendously greater awareness of and appreciation of not only those roles that exist in society, but also the people who fill them. And to a degree that was, immeasurably distant or less than that. That's really nice to see how much appreciation has been given to these people who constantly serve, and in this case, risk their lives to serve. That's one of the things that moves me and humbles me, perhaps more than anything in this pandemic, is how these people have just keep going and going, and even at the risking their lives and their families' lives, because they go home to their spouses and children and loved ones and partners, and they do that to take care of the greater good, the greater humanity. Again, serving a purpose which is greater than the self. Tremendous, tremendous selflessness. So, and as these people, not only as these people do it, but then others, as I said, they're gaining greater awareness of it, greater appreciation of it, but then it's being role modeled for them and teaching other people to be more devoted, more selfless, more giving, more sharing. So that's another great thing that is coming from something so tragic. So that's a little expanded thoughts and offerings on that subject. Thank you for bringing it up. It's one that's on everybody's mind every single day. And let's hold all these beloveds, the frontline people serving, those suffering from it, and those who have lost loved ones, as well as those who have been impacted economically, financially. Let's hold a collective prayer to all the above and anyone I missed, to get through this with maximum grace, ease, grace, and flow. And let us all glean and gain whatever life lessons are on offer from this. Let's really take that to heart, each person for him, herself, to see what this is offering you. How is this inviting you to become a greater, more loving version of yourself? That's what's most critical.